While the gluten-free diet is a trend for many people, for those with celiac disease, this is a way of life. May is Celiac Disease Awareness Month, and we're joined by Dr. Andrea Purcell, who's going to tell us about some of the common myths about going gluten-free, celiac disease, and also discuss an easy gluten-free recipe, which looks great. So thanks for joining us. First of all, a lot of people talk about how they feel like they may have a gluten allergy. How do you distinguish between a gluten allergy and actual celiac disease?
That's such a good question, Joe, and I think that's one of the things that people want to know about. And the first thing, if you suspect that you have celiac disease, is you need to get tested. You can get tested via a blood test. If the blood test shows up positive, then you really need to go for a biopsy of the small intestine. That's very important.
What are some common myths associated with celiac disease and gluten?
Yeah, so with the celiac wave just taking over the country, many people are wondering, is a celiac or a gluten-free diet healthy?
Right.
Well, the answer is it depends.
Okay.
Really? I mean, it depends. Are you going to eat a gluten-free cupcake, or are you going to embark on a healthy gluten-free diet? So you can't just swap out the wheat in your world for gluten-free options that are unhealthy.
Okay, so it's about an entire diet, not just, say, one particular item or one ingredient. So what would you give for tips for people who are going gluten-free?
So if someone wants to go gluten-free and you suspect that you have celiac disease or an intolerance to gluten, I suggest that you get tested first. Because if you eliminate gluten from your world, then the tests are always going to show negative, and you're going to avoid that window of opportunity to see if you really have a deeper problem. That's number one. Then once you get tested and you want to go gluten-free, my advice is choose things that are healthy gluten-free. And so I have an example here this morning from my gluten-free cookbook of my almond butter bites, which are a healthy gluten-free snack, high in protein and fiber. They utilize almond butter here, which is basically chopped up almonds, just one ingredient, and gluten-free oats and some seeds.
Almond butter has become popular these days. And this is something you don't cook, you just are able to roll it all together.
That's
toss
true.
in the
You
freezer,
mix
right?
all the ingredients together, you stick them in the freezer to chill, and then you take them as a snack.
And more stores are offering gluten-free products.
They certainly are. It used to be only health food stores, Sprouts, Whole Foods, but now you'll see them in Fry's, Safeway. Many of the mainstream markets are becoming gluten-free. Or offering more gluten-free items. Thank you so much.
And let's end real fast. What's the most common side effect or symptom of celiac disease?
Yes, so many people think it's just a digestive problem, but celiac actually is an autoimmune condition, and it will affect every organ system of the body. So the bones, the skin, the hair, etc. So it's not just a digestive problem.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, thank you very much. These are delicious.
Thanks
for
so
coming in, discussing a little more about celiac disease, something that we should all be aware of, definitely. All right, moving on.